Hello everyone. Hope you all are safe and fine. Thank you very much for supporting our educational video series. Today we will learn a process that is well known and almost everyone has heard of. That is the welding process. So guys, I am Nikhil Matre. I welcome you all to Two Engineers. So what we will look today? What is welding? Where is welding used? Major types of welding, classification of welding processes, few arc welding processes, the electrode identification of those processes, the advantages and disadvantages of different welding processes. Well, let's begin with what is welding. Welding is a material joining process by using high heat to melt the parts together and allowing them to cool, causing fusion. The American Welding Society (AWS) defines weld as a localized coalescence of metals or nonmetals produced either by heating the material to the welding temperature with or without application of pressure, or by the application of pressure alone and with or without use of filler metal. Welding is used for making permanent joints. The parts that are joined are known as parent material. The material added to help form the joint is called as filler or consumable. Thus, summarizing, welding is a material joining process caused by heating the material with or without application of pressure. Now, welding processes are broadly classified as pressure welding process, also called as plastic welding, and next is fusion welding process, also called as non-pressure welding. Thus, in pressure welding process, joining is done by the application of external pressure or force at the area of contact, which causes more or less plastic deformation of both the contact surfaces. The facing surfaces are heated to some extent in order to permit or to facilitate permanent bonding. Usually, the heat used during this process is much less than the melting point of the base metal. Most of the time, additional filler metal is not required during this type of welding process. Resistance welding and diffusion welding are some examples of pressure welding process. The next is fusion welding. In fusion welding, joining is done by melting the base metal at the area of contact. No external pressure or force is required during this fusion welding process, and very often filler metal is also used. Arc welding process is one of the most popular welding process amongst this category, which belongs to the family of fusion welding process. Do you know the American Welding Society has recognized more than 50 different welding processes? This is a chart for classification of few of the welding processes. So, various welding processes are classified as follows. First is gas welding. It includes air acetylene welding, oxyacetylene welding, and oxyhydrogen welding. The next is arc welding. It consists of carbon arc welding, plasma arc welding, shielded metal arc welding, that is SMAW, TIG, tungsten inert gas welding or GTAW, MIG, metal inert gas welding or GMAW, flux cold arc welding FCAW, and submerged arc welding SAW. The next process is resistance welding process. It consists of spot welding, seam welding, projection welding, resistance butt welding, flash welding, and percussion welding. The next is solid state welding. It consists of cold welding, diffusion welding, forge welding, fabrication welding, hot pressure welding, roll welding. The next is thermochemical welding. It consists of thermite welding, atomic welding. The next is radiant energy welding, also called as newer welding, as these processes are newer. It means new. It consists of electric beam welding and laser beam welding. And there are some related processes of welding that are oxyacetylene cutting, arc cutting, hard facing, brazing and soldering. Now let's look some of the major arc welding process. Before that we will see typical equipments used in simple arc welding. So the equipments used are a welding generator, DC that is direct current or AC that is alternating current source, two cables, one for the workpiece or work and the second one for the electrode. Next is electrode holder, next comes electrode, next is wire brush, next is chipping hammer, then comes protective shield, gloves and goggles. These are the safety equipment which every welder must use while welding. So the first process of arc welding which we are going to see today is shielded metal arc welding, abbreviated as SMAW, or also called as manual metal arc welding, MMAW. So this welding process is commonly referred as stick welding because the electrode used is looks like a stick. This process uses a metallic consumable electrode of proper composition for generating arc between itself and the parent workpiece. Here the electrode is positive while the workpiece is negative. The molten metal fills the weld gap and joins the workpiece. The electrodes are coated with a shielding flux of a suitable composition. The flux metals together with the electrode metallic core forming a gas and a slag, shielding the arc and the weld pool. The flux cleans the weld metal surface, supplies some alloying elements to the weld, protect the molten metal from oxidation and stabilizing the arc. The slag is removed after solidification. So the electrode coatings serves 5 separate functions. I will repeat or summarize the whole which I said earlier. The 5 different functions of where the electrode coatings are: first, shielding. The coating decomposes to form gaseous shield. Second is deoxidation. That is, coating provide fluxing action to remove oxygen and atmospheric gases. Third is alloying. Coating provided alloying elements for the weld deposits. The next is ionization. Coating improves electric characteristics to increase arc stability. Fifth is insulating. Solidified sludge insulates the weld, thus reducing the cooling rate. Now we will see the electrode identification. American Welding Society has developed a system for identification of electrodes. The electrode is denoted as EXXXX, where E stands for electrode. First two or three numbers after E refers to minimum tensile strength of deposited weld metal. The next number refers to the position in which the electrode can be used. Last number determines the operating characteristic and electrical current based on the composition on the electrode, that is cellulosic, rutile and low hydrogen. Now let's see the advantages of SMAW process. So SMAW process is very simple, portable and inexpensive equipment. So it is used in very day-to-day and local application as well as many critical application also. Wide variety of metals, welding position and electrodes are applicable, suitable for outdoor application, and we have seen this process in our day-to-day lives. For welding our grills and all household construction activities and all. So the disadvantages of SMAW process is high welder skill is required. Yes, the welder needs to be very skillful. Next is defects such as arc strikes, slag inclusions, porosity are common. The next disadvantages is high level of generated fumes. Next is hydrogen control is required to prevent delayed cracking. And lastly, the process is discontinuous due to limited length of the electrode. As the welder needs to change the electrode again and again, the process is interrupted in middle, and so it is discontinuous in short. The next type of arc welding is GTAW process, that is gas tungsten arc welding, which is also called as tungsten inert gas welding, in short TIG welding. In this welding process, heat is generated by an electric arc struck between a tungsten non-consumable electrode and the workpiece. So as the name says, the tungsten electrode is used in this process. The weld pool is shielded by an inert gas like argon, helium or nitrogen, protecting the molten metal from atmospheric contamination. So these inert gases are very stable, so they protect from the atmospheric contamination. Heat produced by the arc melts the workpiece edges and forms joint between them. Filler metal rod or wire is used in this process. No slag is formed here. Tungsten electrode is used because it can withstand very high temperature because of high melting point of tungsten. DCEN, that is direct current electrode negative, is mostly used. Means here electrode is negative and the workpiece is positive. This is the typical sketch of GTAW process. It has a welding torch with tungsten electrode and a gas passage. The gas comes from the inert gas supply cylinder. The gas shields at the time of welding. The arc is formed between the workpiece and the electrode. Then there is a power supply to the electrode. So this was our TIG welding process. It is very simple to understand. So now let's see the advantages of TIG welding. High quality weld structure. Second, the weld composition is close to that of parent metal because the filler wire used in this process is of the same material of the parent metal. So the weld composition or the weld chemistry is very close to the parent metal. The next, slag removal is not required as there is no slag formed, so removal of slag is not required in this process. The next is can be used for all position. So this TIG welding can be used in all position of welding. The next is clean and controllable operation and hence applied in extremely critical applications such as aerospace, petrochemical, chemical and power industries. Hence the TIG process is very clean. Now let's look the disadvantages of the TIG process. This process requires very high level of welding skills. That is, welder requires high amount of skill for the manual process, as because the welder has to hold the electrode with one hand and the filler wire, the filler rod with other hand. So the both hands should be form a coordination to do the welding. So while manual welding it is very skillful activity, whereas in the automated process like weld overlay it is very simple because it is machinely operated or operated by the welding operator. So the next disadvantages is relatively expensive process. Yes, the setup is very expensive, so this process is relatively expensive than comparatively than other process. So low rate of welding. This process is very slow, so the productivity is low and so the welding rate is low. So the next arc welding process is gas metal arc welding, that is GMAW, which is also called as metal inert gas welding, or simply MIG welding. In this process also, the weld is shielded by an external gas like argon, helium, carbon dioxide or other gases mixture. Consumable electrode wire having chemical composition similar to that of pen and metal is continuously fed from a spool to the arc zone. So the filler wire here is continuously fed by the wire feed. So the wire continuously comes into the arc zone. The arc heats and melts both the workpiece edges and the electrode wire. The fused electrode material is supplied to the surface of the workpiece, fills the weld spool and forms joint. Due to automatic feeding of filling wire or electrode, the process is referred as semi-automatic. Hence, the operator controls only the torch positioning and speed. It can also be made fully automatic, which is well suited for robotic welding application. In this process, mostly DCEP is used. DCEP, that is direct current electrode positive. It means like SMAW, as we have seen earlier, the electrode is positive while the workpiece is negative in this process. So now what are the equipment used for GMAW process? So the equipment includes work lead, water to gun, water from gun, gun switch circuit, shielding gas to gun, the cable assembly, shielding gas from cylinder, welding contactor control, power cable, and lastly primary input power. Now let's look to the electrode identification. Electrode is denoted as ERXXS-X. ER stands for electrode rod. The first two letters or three numbers, the first two numbers or three numbers in some case after ER refers to the minimum tensile strength of deposited weld metal. Then the S stands for solid wire. Then the number after hyphen refers to the particular chemistry of the electrode. The electrode designation used for GMAW electrodes are same for the filler wire which are used in GTAW process. That's why I didn't mention those in the GTAW process. So both I am mentioning in this process. Now let's see the types of metal transfer in GMAW process. The first is spray transfer. A continuous electric arc and a spray metal is produced over here. It is achieved with pure argon or argon CO2 mixture and higher current and volt. This gives higher deposition rate, penetration and fusion. So the next type of metal transfer mode is short circuit transfer. In short circuit transfer, wire short circuits the arc between 50 to 200 times per second. It is achieved with CO2 or mixture of CO2 and argon gas plus lower current and voltage. It gives low deposition rate, penetration and fusion. The next type is globular transfer. It occurs between short circuit and spray transfer mode. So it is between short circuit and spray transfer mode. This results in higher spatter and hence less use for GMAW welding. The next is pulsed transfer. It uses pulses of current to fire a single globule of metal across the arc gap at the frequency of 50 to 300 pulses per second. I repeat it again, 50 to 300 pulses per second. It is an advanced form of spray transfer. It gives higher deposition rate, penetration, fusion and good heat control. It is mainly used for welding steels that are greater than 6 mm thickness. So now let's see the advantages of GMAW process. Continuous weld may be produced without interruption as the wire feed is continuously been feeding the wire in the arc, so the continuous weld may be produced. And because of it, the second point is higher productivity, as there are no interruptions and the continuous welding is done, so the productivity is higher. And it is somewhat semi-automatic process. Because of it, the higher level of operator skill is not required. So that is the third advantage. Higher level of operator skill is not required in this process, and this process can be easily automated, as we have seen earlier in the robotic application. So now, what are the disadvantages of GMAW process? The lack of fusion is a common with short circuit transfer mode. The spatter is high as compared to the other process. Yes, because the spatters are very much in the GMAW process. Next disadvantage is outdoor application are limited because of effect of wind dispersing the shielding gas. Hence, additional protection is required. So this limitation can be overcome by additional protection given to the setup. And the last is, it is expensive and non-portable equipment is required. So our next process is flux cold arc welding, also called as FCAW. It is similar, or we can say modification of GMAW process, which we have seen before this. A tubular electrode is used which contains flux inside it. As the name says, flux cold, that is, flux is cold inside the tubular wire. Similarly, of the previous process, the arc is created between the consumable flux cold wire electrode and workpiece. The wire is fed continuously, similar to the GMAW process. This solidified slag formed protects weld metal during cooling. Shielding gas may or may not be utilized. If it is utilized or used, usually CO2 or mixture of argon and CO2 is used. Self-shielding FCAW process protects the molten metal through the decomposition and vaporization of the flux core, the heat of the arc. In this, DCEP, that is direct current electrode positive, or DCEN, that is direct current electrode negative, both can be employed. So the typical sketch of gas shielded FCAW process and self shielded FCAW process looks like it. The equipment consists of a welding gun, wire drive motor, wire reel, electrode, power cable, control lids, wire feed control, voltmeter and ammeter, shielding gas source, voltage control, contactor control, direct current constant voltage power source, and workpiece cable. Now let's look the electrode identification. Electrode identification system developed by AWS like EXXT-X, where E stands for electrode rod. First number after E refers to the minimum tensile strength of deposited weld metal. The second number after E refers to the welding position for which electrode is designated, like 0 for flat and horizontal position, 1 for all position. The number after the hyphen refers to usability and performance capabilities. So now let's look the advantages. Advantages are also same of GMAW process, that is high productivity due to continuous welding. This process can also be easily automated. Slag protects the solidifying metal. So now the last arc welding process for the day is submerged arc welding, that is SAW. As the name reveals, the arc is submerged under the flux, which looks somewhat like sand in this process. This welding process utilizes a bare consumable metallic electrode producing an arc between itself and a workpiece within a granular shielding flux applied around the weld. The arc heats and melts both the workpiece edges and the electrode wire. The molten electrode material is supplied to the surfaces of the welding pieces, fills the weld pool and joins the workpieces. Since the electrode is submerged into the flux, the arc is invisible. The flux partially melts and forms a slag protecting the weld pool from oxidation and other atmospheric contaminations. Wire fed is similar to that in GMAW or MIG welding. The granular flux protects the arc, provides alloying to the weld and reduces weld cooling rate by decomposing and forming slag on the weld. The alloying can be achieved by using two general combinations. First, an alloying electrode with neutral flux. Second, a mild steel electrode with an alloying flux. So these are both vice versa. Now let's see the electrode and flux identification in this process. Since two variables are involved to get complete weld, American Welding Society has created system of identification for both. So in general term, the electrode is denoted somewhat like FXXX hyphen EXXX. So the F indicates flux. After that, the X indicates minimum tensile strength in increments of 10,000 psi. Then the X after it designates the condition of heat treatment in which tests are conducted, like A for as welded and P for post weld heat treatment. Then the X after it indicates lowest temperature in degree Fahrenheit at which impact strength of weld meets 20 foot-pound force. Then there is hyphen. Then the E indicates solid electrode, EC indicates composite electrode. Then the XXX after it indicates composition of filler electrode. So let's take example of this complicated electrode and flux identification, that is F7A6 hyphen EM12K. It refers to a flux that will produce weld metal that will have a tensile strength no lower than 70,000 psi or 480 megapascal and Charpy V notch impact strength of 20 foot-pound force or 27 joule at minus 60 degree Fahrenheit, that is minus 51 degree Celsius, when produced with M12K electrode, that is medium manganese composition. Now lastly, let's look the advantages and disadvantages. First, the advantages: very high welding rate, no visible arc light, so no harmful for the eyes of the welder. The next is the process is suitable for automation. So what are the disadvantages of SIW process? Weld may contain slag inclusion, limited application of welding, mostly for welding horizontally located plates, that is restricted in position welding. So in this welding, mostly the horizontal located welding or horizontal located plates can be welded. So there is a restriction in the different position of welding in this process. Next is flux requires to be protected from moisture to prevent underbead cracking. So friends, these were few of the arc welding process. Hope you liked it, and comment below how the video was and how we are doing. Any suggestion is required, or you can also comment any next topic that we can take in the next video. Thank you everyone. Keep watching 2Engineers, and don't forget to subscribe our channel and press the bell icon. Thank you very much guys. Have a great time.